Our next speaker is Dr. Tanmay Goswami, sir. I request to co-chairperson Dr. Gopi Krishnan, sir, to the guest.
Good morning to all. It's my privilege to welcome one of the key speaker, Dr. Tanmay Goswami, to the gathering. One of the eminent personality in the field of Ayurveda. Presently, he is heading the Goswal Foundation, Udupi. I am welcoming you, sir, for this particular session. Please, sir.
So we are on such a wonderful day from where Makar Sankranti, the sun moves to a different zodiac. As I know that you all are students of Ayurveda and you are the future who will carry this enlightened stake, I'm sure that our sun will set in front of you and you will rise among us, in front of us. It's a very, very, very important to transfer not only knowledge, but also a very sincere responsibility on your shoulders when you are studying Ayurveda in your academia. You are India's such a future coming up university and organization where not only India but the whole world is seeing with a lot of hopes and expectation. So what happens that when you are a son of an unknown guy and when you are a son of a known eminent personality, there is a difference. बिगड़ने के चांस सक्सेसफुल माता पिता के बच्चों के ज्यादा होते हैं. एक ऐसी यूनिवर्सिटी जो एक बहुत बड़ी पीठ को रिप्रेजेंट कर रही है, it's representing a big honor. If you are the children of that university, you have an extra responsibility to be careful. And I request, like, I have no problem. I am from this origin, Indian origin. People can speak around, and we don't mind. But if I was seeing, doctor was very much wanted that nobody should create any words. So that is an honor that I would request. If you guys have some important administrative works, you can go out of the hall and talk, but don't speak anything here. Keep your mobiles switch off, okay? Because I'm going to take now 25 minutes. 5 minutes I already given in introduction of the responsibility. Well, now coming to the point is that Ayurveda को कोई यदि आप जानना चाहते हैं तो पहले आपको वैश्विक स्तर को समझना पड़ेगा, because now the time has changed. It's a time of artificial intelligence, AI. और यदि आपने अपने आप को आज के समय परिवेश के हिसाब से नहीं ढाला तो आप अपने आप को तो पीछे कर ही देंगे. At the same time, this great science will also be get affected. So in this time of AI, you have not to just see at your own village or in your own house, but you have to see that whole world is like one village. Now what happens that the West and the East has always have a psychological warfare. What I'm saying? Psychological warfare between East and the West. West always brings something and East always brings something, and both know very well that both are amazing, but because of the business interests, there is always a challenge for both to accept each other. I'm not talking about East or West. I'm from East, so I'm not talking that only East is great. We all have our own. मैं रिक्वेस्ट करूंगा आप सभी बंधुओं से, यहाँ पर कोई भी मौन का को आप प्लीज दें, बिल्कुल बात ना करें, एक भी जरा भी करना है बाहर जाके हम लोग बात करके आ जाए, धन्यवाद। क्योंकि जो स्पीकर है वो जानता है, the one who is standing here, because when you have one more background music, okay. So what happens that East has given two medical systems, one is allopathy and homeopathy, okay, and the West has given two medical systems, one is TCM and another is TIM. Now TCM we all know that is traditional Chinese medicine, which is a very, very importantly playing role in the world. And TIM is traditional Indian medicine, which we call Ayurveda. So we call it Ayurveda, but if you see in the world's eyes, we are using traditional medicine, right? It's traditional. And it is from India. So this is TIM, TIM. Okay. Now what happens that when it comes to TIM, why you have to play a very important role is that each and every country of the world has their own traditional medicine. There used to be wars, right? Not only now. If in Europe there was a wars in, okay, America was nothing. It was not there, exist at that time. Or if you go to Indonesia or Japan, Russia, they all had wars. Like India had wars. हाथ पैर टूटते थे ना, उसमें पर एलोपैथी थी? No. So they used to have their own herbal medical system, which they used to take help for all those war victims. Okay. So I mean to say that if health industry would have been weaker, war would have never been happened, because in every war, the first thing what you need is a health. And whole world have a history of wars, means they all had a history of their own medical system. Now what happened that India, we have to just really thankful to our great forefathers. Even with all attacks on us, we preserved this medical system, because the West, when they attacked, they want to remove everything. It is not the religion, it is the Western ideology. Western family, if the father is becoming old and son take over the business, father has to go out of that. Son and father cannot exist together, because new will never accept old. Whenever you see the book of physiology or pathology, old theory they discard when they bring new theory. Old religion will be removed when the new will come. Europe had Greek and gods. I was talking yesterday to our friends here. They had Atlas, god of Atlas, god of Venus, everything. But once when their new religious system, which was, okay, it's new only, some 2000 years is nothing in the whole history of the universe. When it came, they removed all European past existence. And the fight is that when West has one biggest problem, that when the new comes, that doesn't allow old to exist. But in Indian psychology, we have a very good synergy with new as well as old. हमने नए कपड़े पहने, आप पहने हो ना, लेकिन ओल्ड को छोड़ा नहीं। मैं क्यों छोड़ दूं साहब अपने कपड़े, मैं क्यों छोड़ दूं अपना कुर्ता पैजामा? Why should we leave our own traditional clothing, culture, language? We can take new. I'm speaking in English. We will take English, no problem, without losing our own language. Now, this is why I'm telling you, because you have to make some fundamental base, because you are not just a doctor, जिसको सिर्फ अपनी रोजी रोटी के लिए यहाँ पे काम करना है. Because you have an extra role, one for sure, your stomach, your belly, you have to be rich, prosperous. Lakshmi, we respect, and we don't say that we will live poor, we will live wealthy, because we worship Lakshmi, but with Narayan. We don't want wife without husband, right? So we take Lakshmi with Narayana, right? Unless you will not understand that you are not just an allopathic doctor will learn, okay, all those 100 students, they will go out, they will open nursing home, they spend 1.5 crores to become a doctor, and now they will earn that money back. That's it. And they will make one car and one house, okay. you have to do that. I don't say that don't do that. But you have one more responsibility because you are holding India's pride with you and the history's pain is there. So if you are not having your own body language, your own presentation, your own sincere studies and that capability, that is a big damage not only to you as well as to this great science and to the ancestrals, great effort what they had kept and given you this in your hands. So coming back to the point where I started, that TIM had a big issue that when it was a Mughal period, they burned the books, they burned all literatures. They thought that this is the way to remove old to bring up the new. But because they thought that they are new, But our Shastra is never old because it is based on fundamentals of nature. So it is always new. It's Shashvat. So what happened when they burned it, but still they remained because the books were there in the brain. We had two languages, one script language, another is a mantra language. I call it a seed language. Then when British came, they came with management and research. They did research on us. They said that these guys are very dangerous guys because they don't keep only book in a book form, physical form. They keep in an NI form, natural intelligence. Now they talk about AI, right? We had NI long back. So they what to do? So remove that, put the virus in NI, inki soch badal do. Change their thinking pattern. Let them feel that this is bogus and this is nothing and this is outdated. And still, you have this problem in society. I asked one big, I will say, bureaucrat. I asked that, will you make he was talking big about Ayurveda. I said, will you make your son Ayurvedic doctor? Well, he wants to make his son as a civil services or something, allopathic doctor, but never Ayurvedic physician. Somewhere that Indianism is inferior. Till now it was there, thanks to last one decade that there is a big shift happening. I won't say it happened yet. Now, human beings have sattva rajatama. आपकी अपनी politics चलेंगी, negativities भी रहेंगी. You all will have your own ego issues, ego fights. But when it comes to your own medical system, you have to keep it out of the box, separate. Now, when I'm talking about this is the one which is a very important thing. Another thing is this, that in AI this time, you are going to survive or not. This is the one important question. There are certain type of diseases which is going to happen during AI. पहले कैलकुलेटर था, नहीं था ना कैलकुलेटर, तो उस समय पर आपके बाबा परदादा बड़ी कैलकुलेशंस मुंह जबानी करते थे. When calculator came, your calculation capacity gone, right? Now what happened that when I was working as a VC, I was very busy because of administration job. So I love to write. I'm a writer. So I could not write an article because I was very busy. One of my friends says that, why don't you take AI software? So I put everything on that and I got beautiful article. And the article was to some extent better than mine. But it didn't have any human touch. Now I created 50 articles. But now what negativity happened with me is I am not right or left like as I was before. Because in me, मेरे अंदर वो जो एक कला थी ना लिखने की, वो लुप्त होने लग गई. मुझे लगा ये तो बड़ा खतरनाक है. One side I was very happy that I got a very good articles, but on other side, please remind me 5 minutes before, Dr. Sumit. I'll finish it so that I can land my flight. मेरी लिखने की जो वो कला थी वो उस पर चोट पहुंची. मतलब मेरे ब्रेन में वो जो एक certain point which was evolved by me. My father is a professor. He is a great writer. My great father was professor. Now what happened that generational genes I was killing because of that shortcut effort of AI. I feel that next generation, maybe your kids, will not be able to have a thinking capacity because everything will happen through AI. You will not have any reasoning and analysis. Till now, it was a counting. Computer was counting just like, okay, the data, okay, like how much credits and debits you used to do, you used to count. But now, its analysis is done by that. अब ये आपके लिए फायदा है या नुकसान? कौन बोलेगा? Benefit or loss? It's a great benefit now, because it is we who have to convert this great danger into a greatest opportunity. Now, this you have to study. Look, why I'm telling you these things. In your classroom teaching, you have a syllabus, right? Teachers have a huge responsibility and big pressure to finish syllabus, and you have to pass exams. But these type of seminars are done to teach you something which is something beyond that. So what I'm telling you is going to help you out. Now, what is happening that should I speak in Hindi or English चलेगा? यदि किसी को भी तकलीफ होगी मैं दोनों लैंग्वेज लूंगा. हमें अपनी भारतीय पर I have a big respect and honor for our own language, but because we have an international guest, so I want to regard them and to with that honor. It is just like three people standing and two speak in our own language and one just stand and watch the face. I don't want that. Just because of that I'm speaking in English. Should I continue or go with both mix? English would be better, right? Okay. English and Hindi combines and becomes English. So coming back to the point is, अब समझना बात को, बहुत समझदारी से समझना. देखो क्या होता है. Once upon a time we used to have एक छोटा गांव. We used to have एक छोटा सा गांव. उसमें एक मंदिर, एक नाव की दुकान, with honor. It's a very good thing. One सब्जी वाले की दुकान, one ज्वेलर शॉप, सब कुछ, और एक वैजी थे वहां पे, और दो वैजी हो जाते थे मैक्सिमम. Everything used to be centralized in small pockets. मैक्स होता था तो वो एक कस्बा होता था जहां पर की सब लोग इकट्ठे होते थे. Understand? When there was some festivals. Slowly things become from decentralized to, I'm sorry, but it was very much decentralized system. Centralized. Why I'm telling you, first there used to be small shops, then malls came. And once when malls when came, small shops business gone. भाई आप सोसाइटी के पार्ट हो, आप पर असर पड़ेगा. Once when malls came, then Amazon came. Once when Amazon came, then what happened? All malls finished. Now the Blinkard has brought that he will put everything in your own house. Now Walmart has brought another system where you can buy, BIOPS, you can buy from online, but then you go to the nearest shop, that particular material is available, then check and get. Now, what happened that everything is becoming very much, again, from centralized to decentralized, again, because now if you want a research, suppose if you want medicine, you don't need to go to doctor now. You just put on ChatGPT or your any GPT that I have this disease, what medicine can be for that, and immediately you will get everything. So very soon this normal practice is going to end up. Now this is a benefit for Ayurveda. पहले क्या होता था, कपड़े कौन सिलता था? टेलर. बाद में आप मॉल जाने लग गए और आपको 3 ऑप्शन दिए गए, स्मॉल, मीडियम एंड लार्ज. अब मान लीजिए मेरी पैंट पहले 34 की थी, अब सर्दी में ज्यादा खाना खाया 35 हो गई, मॉल में मिलेगी 36 की या 34 की. अब 36 की ली तो बेल्ट को थोड़ा घुमाना पड़ेगा, वो उसको पैंट को थोड़ा ऐसे करके बेल्ट में, और 34 के लिए तो पेट निकल आएगा बाहर क्योंकि पेट दबेगा. 35 की अवेलेबल नहीं है, but only for rich people they have an option for tailoring now. Understand? So what is happening that this is going to change now again. Why they did this generalized small, medium, large? Because of the large scale business. Antibiotic, gram negative, gram positive, cephalosporin, सारी दुनिया उसी में लपेट गई. But before in Ayurveda, what was there? कस्टमाइज्ड, हर चीज आपकी नाड़ी देख के आपके हिसाब से वैद्य जी पुड़िया बनाया करते थे। याद आया वो दिन? तुम लोगों ने तो देखा ही नहीं है, हमारे जो वयोवृद्ध हमारे आचार्य वो जानते हैं, पुड़िया वाले वैद्य जी होते थे पहले। We used to make, that is in nowadays if you speak in today's language, we used to make customized medicines for that particular patient. Now the time is coming back. So now I have 5 minutes more. I'll wind up. So the time is again shifting to that decentralized, customized medical practice. Now you have to add this approach that each and every patient you have to see, and you may have many clinics, but this mall system of big hospital is going to end up. Another thing which is very important is that quick fix is the allopathy's game, which is okay, you need quick fix, sar dard hua koi dawa chahiye, but people now fed up of that, so they want something which is a permanent cure. So you have to play, that is only possible by customized approach, so that you can do. Another thing which is coming up is a virtual dosha diagnosis. What? एक तो हो गया आप खुद फिजिकली चेक करेंगे दोष. Now there will be virtual diagnosis. आप वो वात पित्त कफ की मशीन आएगी, जैसे वो ब्लड टेस्ट करने वाला आता है ना आपके घर में, और वो ब्लड टेस्ट करके ले जाता है ना, like that person will come with a machine and he will test your vata pitta kapha, and I'm a doctor, I will send and he will check your all that graph, and I'm going to see that, and I'm going to send medicine through telemedicine. So time is going to make a big shift. So there will be a virtual dosha diagnosis tools, and another thing which is going to come up is a predictive diagnosis. What is that? AI is going to give you predictive diagnosis by seeing your symptoms, what future disease you are going to get. That is predictive diagnosis. भाई साहब जन्मपत्री देख करके हमारे यहाँ वैद्य जी बहुत सालों से ये काम कर रहे थे. हम बोले तो वैद्य जी कर रहे थे, पता नहीं कैसा होगा. But nowadays, when you say it's a predictive diagnosis, it becomes a very standard. The future is going to be for medical astrology. You have to put that you have to predict that, because AI has a very certain limitation for prediction of diagnosis, whereas astrology can do even far better. So a lot of work has to be done in that. Last words. Your communication skills is very poor. I'm sorry to say, when I say you, it's not about you. It's about I'm making whole Ayurveda community as a personified one human. हमारी जो कम्युनिकेशनल स्किल्स हैं वो बहुत ज्यादा डाउन है, हमारी बॉडी लैंग्वेज डाउन है, हमारे आत्मविश्वास में कमी है, और उसका कारण है चाणक्य नीति में बहुत अच्छी बात कही है, सुखस्य मूलम ही अर्थम. सुख का मूल है अर्थ. याद रखना, सबको सुख चाहिए, उसके लिए क्या चाहिए? अर्थस्य मूलम ही राज्यम. उसके लिए क्या चाहिए? एंटरप्राइज चाहिए ना. राज्यस्य मूलम ही इंद्रिय जयम. इंद्रियों पर जय. आप इस समय पर मौज मस्ती में नहीं रह सकते. आपको अपने अंदर की कामना और काम को नीचे करना पड़ेगा, धर्म और अर्थ पे आना पड़ेगा. जब आपके पास में सेल्फ कंट्रोल होगा, इंद्रिय जय मूलम ही विनयम. जब आप एंग्री होंगे ना, बहुत एंगर रजस होगा ना, तो आपको थोड़ा तीखा खाना चाहिए, आपको मूड सबलीम करना होगा, थोड़ा सा ये गाने वाने सुनने पड़ेंगे रोमांटिक. तो आपको यदि अपनी इंद्रियों को संयम करना है, तो आप विनय रखना पड़ेगा. विनय, काम, वेरी सॉफ्ट, काइंड हार्ट, बट वेरी ब्रेव, वेरी कॉन्फिडेंट. विनयस्य मूलम ही वृद्धोपसेवा. उसके लिए अपने टीचरों की आप सेवा का मतलब होता है सर्विस की पैर न दबाएं, मतलब उनकी बातों को माने, यही गुरु सेवा है. गुरु वृद्धोपसेवायाः. अब आ जाता है खेल यहाँ पे. आत्मबलम, विज्ञानम. अब आपकी क्रिएटिविटी खुल जाएगी, क्योंकि आपकी उम्र जो है वो तो आपकी उम्र, बायोलॉजिकल एज प्लस वो गुरु की एज जुड़ जाएगी, देन यू गेट क्रिएटिविटी. विज्ञानम. अब विज्ञान से क्या होगा? आत्म संपादय, आत्मबल आ जाएगा. आत्मबल संपादय जितात्मा भवति. जितात्मा सर्वार्थै संयुज्यते। आत्मा हो गए आप, मतलब पहले आपको लगेगा अंदर से कि मैं तो पक्का इस केस को जीतूंगा, कोई हरा नहीं सकता। अब यदि ये करेंगे तो ज्यादा अच्छा है। हेताव ईर्ष्यु न फलेषु, फल से ईर्ष्या ना करें, हेतु से ईर्ष्या करें, और हर किसी व्यक्ति की कोर में जाए कि इसने क्या काम किया है जो ये आगे बढ़ा है, so that you become more competitive. Thank you so much, my dear friends, and my hearty thanks to all organizers and Siksab and everyone, those who have invited me and given me this opportunity to present, to enlighten, to have a time to speak from my heart and brain to you, to you all souls. And I'm sure that
Thanks, Tanmay Goswami sir, for a wonderful session.
1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute. Thank you so much for your being almighty over this ashram, this peat. We will get not only Ayurveda but also a lot beyond it. Thank you so much. Yeah, please go ahead now.